Hey guys, Duck on Speed here. Obviously you know that there's a new patch on World of Warcraft. I'm just going to give you my views on it. Mainly I'm running either Subtley spec or Assassination. I would say Assassination probably has the better off overall DPS. I mean, like, if you're going to be having a long 1v1, I would definitely say go Assassination. Like, if you want to do BGs and you've got like a good amount of healers or like a good amount of DPS, then I'd probably go with Assassin. But Assassination, Mutilate spec's just like ridiculous. But I think they should probably still try fix the energy cost on Mutilate, because it is ridiculous. Like, even with Shadow Focus, like, you do get a good opener, but that's pretty much it, and then you're pretty much relying on all your dots to do the damage. I mean, you do get Dispatch, which is a new ability for Assassination. Oh, one sec, I can't show you. I would have to switch back, but you'll probably Dispatch. A vicious strike that exploits the vulnerability of foes with less than 35% health remaining, causing 400% weapon damage plus 1,932 to the target. Requires a dagger in the main hand. Awards 1 combo point. However, this does have a chance of proccing. I think it's from your poisons. In fact, I'll change over to Assassination so you can so I can explain this a little better. Yeah, so whereabouts was it? Let me have a look. Just 1 second. There's a way that this procs anyway, and well, basically it gives you a free dispatch anyway. I'll show you. So hopefully it procs here. There, you see, blindside. You may use dispatch with no cost regardless of your enemy's health, and the damage is up and down, sort of. It can do good and it can do alright, but I still prefer the burst from Subtley spec. I mean, like, look, I'm getting like 1 mutilate every fucking 30 fucking seconds or something like that. It's like really ridiculous. Like, the energy cost on mutilate, I think they should probably tone that down to like maybe 45 energy or 40 energy. I mean, 40 energy would probably be too low, but I mean, if they could just take it down to like 45 energy maybe, or 50 energy, because it's just not as good as Subtley spec in my opinion. Anyway, I'll change spec now. I'll give you a little look. Go Subtley. My glyphs are a little bit fucked up in Subtley spec, so you'll have to kind of bear with me. My glyphs are like glyph of debilitation. It's probably not the best to go with, seeing as I'm running with crippling poison. Glyph of Grow, of course I'm going to use Glyph of Grow. Increase the duration of Smoke Bomb. Then I've just got Glyph of Save Fall, Hemorrhage, and Blurred Speed. It's pretty much the same as what it was back in Cataclysm, but a few things have changed. Anyway, so I'll show you the Subtlety damage. I mean, the damage is probably still just a tad better than Assassination spec, but the thing is, you have to always keep slice and dice up as well as recuperate. So you kind of, I know you should probably be doing that anyway, but you've got to try and manage like rupture and expose armor and stuff like that as well, though. Anyway, I'll give you a little look. Oh, 1 sec. So what I would usually do is open with Cheap Shot, 2 backstabs, get recuperate up with a 4 combo point, use Hemorrhage, try and get some energy before your kidney shot, dance with everything, get your slice and dice up, try and finish with a Grow if you can, Eviscerate, 84k Eviscerate, 20k Hemorrhage, 18. I mean, I did pop some cooldowns here, but you can still see that the damage is just like so much better. Probably try and keep recuperate up as well. You can take the Glyph of Recuperate, which increases the healing, but I don't tend to go with that a lot. Like, as you can see, the damage from Eviscerate is pretty much your main damage tool now. If I get some more energy here, I'll show you. Kidney, few backstabs. I mean, the backstab damage has been nerfed quite dramatically, but like, your Eviscerate's pretty much always gonna, like, a 5 combo Eviscerate there, it's ranging between 28,000 and 29,000 damage, and at the minute I've reforged everything into Haste and Mastery. I've still got 10% expertise, which is a bit over expertise, because I think they've brought it down to like 5% or 8% or something. The crit, I'm pretty much getting the crit from my agility. It's not my crit's not very high in sub spec. Hit chance is underrated. I need to. In fact, no, it's not. 3% hit chance, I think, is the for special attacks now. Haste, 23% haste. I mean, the energy regen, it's pretty much for spam and hemorrhage, and backstab. And then I've got 54% mastery, which is pretty good. I mean, in Assassination, I've got like 70% mastery or something like that. Something ridiculous. But oh fuck, I've got 1 sec. Change this back to PvP. 59% mastery, 33% crit, 7.88% expertise, 21% haste. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same. But I see, like, I can definitely say that it's either Assassination or it's or Subtley spec. Like, still, I mean, I'll show you now if I pop some cooldowns. Get slice and dice up. I'm just gonna have to finish with a grow. I'll probably crit this. 51k uncritted, so as you can see, the damage is still insane. But it's mainly based around Eviscerate now. So yeah, I hope this has helped you guys out a little bit. Like, you can kind of play around with the two specs. I probably wouldn't advise going combat spec at the minute, because I just don't think that there's that much damage there. I mean, overall, like 1v1, it's pretty good, because like killing spree and adrenaline rush is like ridiculous as well. But I would definitely say check out Assassination, because it's definitely not to go unnoticed. It's a really good high DPS class, especially if you're running like deadly poison. I wouldn't advise going with leeching poison though. I just don't. I think cheat death's just a little bit better than leeching poison. If I show you my talents, I go with Shadow Focus. That's just gonna give me like an awesome opener. Because if you open with premeditation, give yourself 2 point slice and dice. Open with either cheap shot or grow. Get a few backstabs in there. Get a kidney shot. A few more attacks. Maybe shadow dance. Depends. It depends on how long you've got left of your slice and dice. Get slice and dice up as fast as possible. And then this is the reason I take Nerve Strike over Combat Readiness, because of the opener, basically. After you do your kidney shot, because you're probably, well, if you shadow dance, then you can definitely get recuperate up. If you don't, you're gonna have to try and get slice and dice up as fast as possible to keep your energy going. So I take Nerve Strike, reduces the damage dealt by the target by 50% for 6 seconds after the effect fades. So after you finish your kidney shot, that gives you like a much higher chance of getting your recuperate up, and it obviously reduces some of the damage. A lot of people go with Leeching Poison. In my opinion, I don't think it's as good as Cheat Death, because especially if you go with the Glyph of Recuperate, I think it's 0.5. Yeah, it increases your healing by 0.5% of your maximum health. And I'll just give you, like, this is without the Glyph. I think it's 7k I get usually. No, that's 4k, but sometimes it can go up to like 7k or something, so 4k, like, it's pretty decent. If I go back my talents, yeah, so I think Cheat Death's probably just that little bit better for like surviving. Yeah, and Shadow Step, of course. I mean, I see a lot of rogues going for preparation, but I mean, preparation, in my opinion, like, I'm wanting to play Arena and Mr. Pandaria, and I just don't think that preparation is going to be as useful as Shadow Step. And Burst of Speed, yeah, you just don't want to take it. It's just not going to be useful unless you're doing like RPGs or something where you have to be running a lot. Because in my opinion, I would still say Shadow Step's a lot better. Because like, if you need a Shadow Step interrupt, plus if you didn't already know, which you probably should, Shadow Step can now be caused on friendly targets as well. So you can use that like defensively now, which is really useful. And Dirty Tricks, yeah, it's pretty much the same as, well, it takes the talent point out of Subspec from Cataclysm, and it takes the Glyph of Blind. So your Gouge and Blind no longer have an energy cost, and no longer break from damage dealt by poisons and bleed effects. Yeah, so you're going to be taking that. I see a lot of people going for Paralytic Poison. In my opinion, it's not very useful. I think I haven't really tested this, but I think it DRs with Kidney Shot. So yeah, it's pretty useless if you ask me, unless you're running like a spec where you need to constantly keep your hots up and like keep slice and dice, recuperate and rupture and stuff. Like Assassination, I think it might be useful. It depends. Prey on the weak, guards have blind, they suffer 10% increased damage. Yeah, I don't use this either. I mean, it could be useful, especially for Subtley spec when you're shadow dancing, if you've got a kidney shot. But if you think about it, like, Dirty Tricks is much better for CC and like utility, which is basically what the sub spec should be used for. Because as long as you can keep the enemy controlled, you can win any game basically. And in Mist of Pandaria, I think I'm either going to go with versatility or I'm going to go with anticipation. Versatility basically just advancing my CC and utility. It's a lot easier to switch targets, especially as sub spec. It's like very helpful. It'd be probably even more helpful in Assassination because getting combo points is like really difficult. I know Mutilate gives, I don't know if it gives 1 or 2, I can't actually remember. I think Mutilate gives 2. Yeah, awards 2, but that's a thing, like the energy costs like 55 energy and you've only got 130 you get in Assassination, so that's like 2 Mutilates and you're out of energy. I guess you could stack like haste and stuff, but I stack mastery over haste. In my opinion, I think it's a little bit stronger. Yeah, and Shuriken Toss, a range attack that deals that physical damage on a target. The thing is, Shuriken Toss is instant. That's the difference. It's like it's instant, and it's probably the only useful thing. The fact that it doesn't have a cast time, it's just basically a deadly throw that costs 20 energy, and you can use it as often as you want, and it awards combo points. So I guess it could be useful. Anticipation. This is based like for sub spec. I guess this could be useful if you don't want to waste energy on, like, if you're shadow dancing and you've got slice and dice up, you've got recuperate up, and there's nothing really much. You've got rupture up, and there's nothing really much you can spend your combo points on. You can keep them, and then when you perform an offensive finishing move such as like eviscerate, then it's gonna do a shitload more damage. I guess that's pretty much it. Glyphs, yeah, I need to replace a few glyphs like I mentioned before. I think I'm going to go with the glyph of cheap shot and the glyph of recuperate instead of smoke bomb and debilitation, because I'm running crippling poison. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like the minor glyphs, you're going to keep the same. I mean, you definitely got to take hemorrhage, especially for sub spec. Glyph of safe all, I just use that just generally if I'm doing BGs or anything like that. And glyph of blurred speed, I guess that's just really useful as well for water and stuff in BGs. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just want to give you like a little view of what I think about the patch. Yeah, stay tuned for the Shadow Step movie as well. I'm working on that a lot, and like because of the new patch, it's obviously delayed me slightly because I've been having problems with my network and stuff like that. But yeah, don't worry, that'll be coming out within like the next week or 2 weeks. Yeah, so listen out for that. Subscribe if you like the videos. Comment, like. You know the full drift. Alright, and I'll see you next time, guys. Cheers.